Everyone, stop. You're making me blush. Welcome to Friday's episode of Make Your Day Richer. And we're having a little bit of a birthday party around here because it's my niece's birthday. So happy birthday, Nyla. I love you. And she is extraordinary. She's super talented, very creative. And then it got me thinking, she was on the Richard Wilmore Show in like 2021 at Christmas time to make ornaments. She had come up with a cute craft segment. And so she came on my show, and I thought, what a good way to celebrate her birthday by re-airing that episode. It's not Christmas in July, it's Christmas in May, but save this episode and then in the fall revisit it with your kids and make some ornaments for your Christmas tree. So we're going to play that interview or that segment right now, and then we'll be back with Dr. John Chinaka after this. So take a look at Nyla, my niece, making Christmas ornaments with me. We're back. Thanks for watching. If you know anything about me, you know that I love Christmas, and my house usually looks like Santa threw up in it. So when I saw a video of our next guest making Christmas ornaments, I knew I had to have her on the show. And I was very lucky because she's my niece. Hi, Nyla. How are you?
Good.
Good. Can you tell everybody how old you are?
8.
8? What grade is that? Like 12th?
No.
What grade?
3rd.
3rd grade? What does a 3rd grader put on their Christmas list this year? What's on your Christmas list?
Gabby.
Nothing? You want what?
A Gabby dollhouse.
What's that?
The show I watch.
Oh. It comes with a dollhouse? Okay. When did you get crafty and start making ornaments? How did that come about?
I don't know.
You just did it? Did you make this up on your own? Or did you see it somewhere?
I think my mom showed me.
Oh, you think so? Well, are you going to show me what we're doing today? Can you tell everybody what supplies they'll need to make these?
Scissors.
Scissors. I got that.
Pencil.
Okay.
Yarn.
Where'd my yarn go? It's right here in front of me.
Styrofoam. And fabric.
How much fabric? I hope I have enough fabric. Just lots of fabric?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's step number 1?
Hot glue gun.
And a hot glue gun. I have fabric glue because I thought I had hot glue, but I didn't. So I have glue. Does that work? Okay, good. So what are we going to do first?
Cut your squares.
How big should the squares be? Look, this is my fabric that I picked. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Is it cute?
Yeah.
Okay. How big should my fabric be? Oh, it's tiny. Should people get different kinds of fabric or one type of fabric?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. All right. That seems easy. I'm going to cut. And then I'm going to see if this works for you, okay? Is that a good size?
A little bit smaller.
Oh, smaller than that. Okay. How many pieces will I need? Like 100?
A bunch.
A bunch. Okay, that's a pretty specific number. We got that. Okay. So once we have a bunch of fabric cut, then what?
Take your pencil.
Uh-huh.
Place your fabric on the styrofoam.
Oh.
And stab it.
Stab it? Oh my gosh. All right, let me see if I can do that. Ready? So you take it and then you stab it. Like that? Is that too big?
No.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then what? Keep doing it?
Yeah.
Cover the whole thing?
Yep.
Oh. Here, let me cut some more. How many ornaments have you made?
2.
2. Do you have any with you that I can look at? Your finished product? Let's see. Let's make that bigger. How long do those take to make?
I don't know.
Like an hour?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Wait. Maybe.
Maybe. Are you going to give those to people as presents this year?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, if you are, I'll take one because they look cute. Have you made anything else? What other like crafty things can you do?
A lot.
A lot? Like what? Name one thing.
Painting.
You paint?
Yeah.
Do you have a painting nearby that you can show me?
My mom is getting one.
Your mom's gonna get one? Okay, we'll wait. I can edit that. Are you still doing gymnastics? How's that going?
Good.
Good. Are you excited for Christmas break?
Yeah.
I know at your house gets decorated a lot for Christmas, right? Look at that. A cupcake?
Yeah.
When did you start painting? A long time ago?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about being artistic?
Colors.
Colors? What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Pink, of course.
Pink. Turquoise.
And what, turquoise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited to get all of your Christmas decorations up? I know your dad goes all out for Christmas and you guys have lights all over your house and your yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you help decorate the tree? Are these ornaments going to be on the tree this year? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's pretend that I did this entire thing and covered it. I have like half of it done. How does that look, Nyla? Oh, yours looks good here. Let me make it bigger and so you can see it.
Good.
That looks good. So now what?
You do the hot glue gun.
Okay. And what do we do with the hot glue gun? And this is probably where Mom helps out? Yeah. That's probably safe.
Loop it and
Oh, so we cut the string?
Yeah.
Okay. And that you can do however long you want to make it?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I'm going to do it on this side and then I'm going to cover the rest of it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cheat, Nyla. Is that okay? I'm going to cheat and put it where it's not covered yet. And then I'm going to cover it later with all of the, with the fabric. Like that. Right? Oh, mine fell. But when it tries, it'll work. What do you love about making these ornaments?
Huh?
What do you like about making the ornaments? Is it fun? Yeah?
Then you take another yarn and
Okay.
put it on top of the glue and stick it on to hide it.
Oh, that's smart. And then you're done. And then you let it dry and then you hang it on your tree. When you decorate your tree, can you send me a picture of your ornaments on there? Well, I want to thank you for coming on my show and showing me how to do it. Are you going to come back and make something else with me later? Some other time? Like maybe you could make something for Valentine's Day? Do you want to come back and do that? Yeah. Well, make sure if you make the ornaments at home, make sure you tag us on social media so Nyla can see all the work you've done. These are really cute. They make little cute gifts, or you can give them to yourself and hang them on your tree. Right, Nyla? Yes. Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Isn't she just the sweetest? I love her so much. My next guest has dedicated over 42 years to shaping young minds and supporting families. Dr. John Shinaka is a seasoned educator, a licensed professional counselor with decades of experience, and the author of heartwarming and educational children's books through his family publishing company. Dr. Shinaka is here to share his wisdom on nurturing students, fostering positive family values, and insights in the world of children's book publishing. Please welcome Dr. John Shinaka. John, so nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you, Richard, and appreciate being on your program today.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you because it feels like you have had an interesting life. I want to know how you go from owning a martial arts academy to being a book publisher.
All right. Well, it actually starts way before that. I spent 42 years in the public schools and in the elementary schools mostly, but teaching kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. And yes, the martial arts was part of that adventure with my sons, Arts, Janie and I, our two sons. And we have seen a lot of people, taught a lot of children and people. Jane was also a teacher in the public schools. And of course, we've been retired now for about 13 years. And during this 13 years, we've built a new house. We traveled around the world. And our mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, Jane's mom, of course, has come to live with us for the last 5 years. And during that last 5 years, she's 96 years old now. But the last 3 years, she's been wheelchair bound and she has dementia. So all of a sudden that gave us an opportunity. And I know so many of your listeners would probably be interested in this when a situation arrives in your life, how you can turn it into an opportunity. Okay. And so we started to write books and children's books and parenting books, and we've been having a ball with it. And even though we're 24/7 pretty much staying right here in South Carolina, taking care of Mom Gretlin.
Where in South Carolina are you?
Well, you know where Myrtle Beach is?
Yes.
Okay. Playground, golf capital of the world, 126 golf courses here. And along with the beach and entertainment and all the rest. We're in a small town that sits back from the beach, a little town called Conway, South Carolina.
Oh, I'm also in South Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know that. Whereabouts?
Well, I'm like right on the North Carolina, South Carolina border, like 45 minutes south of Charlotte. So inland, pretty far.
All right, very good.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been here a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Okay, where did you come from?
I moved here from Texas, but I'm originally from Wisconsin.
Okay.
I also spent some time in Maryland, but that's feels like a different life. So as a teacher for so many years, obviously you were very familiar with kids' books and I'm sure read a ton of them. Do you remember like favorites of your books while you were teaching?
Well, all of the Newbery and Caldecott books, we were required to read them and to be on top of that. But yeah, so many come to mind. Actually, the Potter books, where she actually started to integrate text and pictures and so on. They're fascinating and favorites and so on. But, Dr. Seuss and, Pete the Cat and all those kinds of things. The Harry Potter series was really big in elementary school. So it depends on what kind of genre you're interested in and also what age. It's quite a big span from kindergarten I had 6th grade, kindergarten, 6th grade, then it moved to kindergarten to 5th grade. But kids change so tremendously during that time. They come in, maybe some of them can read, but they're learning, and it's a big, wide, wonderful world. And then they move all the way to 6th grade. They get very sophisticated, and of course, they're reading novels by that time, and involved in all kinds of social kinds of things and so on. So it's really under one roof if you have a building where in elementary school, you really have a tremendous range there. It's of abilities and skills and all kinds of things. You're actually even talking to young adults, when they get to be 11, 12, 13, they're just getting into, their own ideas and what's right and what's wrong and why do you believe in this and stuff like that. So the books reflect that, okay, and the challenges reflect that. So they sure do.
So you're not only writing the books, you're also, you started your own publishing company, which is amazing.
Right.
What made you want to start the publishing side of it?
When we wrote, let's see, when I first started actually writing, was in my career. Okay, I wrote a book called or a program called Peer Pals. It was I didn't publish it, but I wrote it, and it was a program that had puppets and music and activities for children. It was actually a big brother and big sister program where we're teaching fifth and sixth graders to go down into the kindergarten, first and second grade, and be big brothers and big sisters. That's the idea of peer pals. And they use their lunchtime, their recess, break time to go down there and work with math and reading and just getting to know you kinds of interaction things. I would give them the material that was part of the program. And they would share and become big brothers, big sisters. And they did that throughout the whole year, and only certain kids that were selected, they had to be super students. They had to be A and B students, C students with no disciplinary write-ups, and to be involved in this club, this Peer Pals Club. And it was wonderful. It was a wonderful program, and it was fun, and actually shared that across the nation. Okay, I was publicizing it across speaking on it and selling it across the nation. But I did it through a program, a publishing house called Youth Light, which is one of the largest guidance producers in the world. And so that really was the first time I was actually publishing, or let's say writing, authoring things. And then I had a trip to Japan, a fellowship, a Fulbright scholarship. And during that time, that was about in 1990. It went to Japan there for about 6 weeks. It was completely paid for by Japan, red carpet kinds of things. But they took us to elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, colleges, businesses. Every day we were going someplace, being hosted, and met a lot of people, teachers, students, and so on. And that was a shock. It was a culture shock kind of a thing. I had been to Europe and traveled throughout Europe and been to German schools. But in Japan, it was different. It was, I walked into a third grade classroom, and the teacher, there were about 40 kids in that class. And the teacher was teaching, and they were sitting there listening, raising their hand, listening. And all of a sudden, she got called to the door. And she turned to two of the students and said in Japanese, take over the class. And she went out in the hallway. And I'm sitting there, the only adult in the classroom, thinking, oh, what in the world is going to happen now? They got up there and they continued on the board teaching the class. She was out there for about 15, 20 minutes in that hallway. And not a single thing different happened in the classroom. Nothing happened differently. Okay. She came back in the room. They bowed to her, sat back down in the class, and she just continued, where they left off. And I said to myself, oh my golly, I can't believe this. Why now I know why a country that's as big as California and has 1/3 of the population of the United States is running so well. Mm-hmm. So I came back and wrote a program called Super Student. Okay, being successful in school. And basically what it was, a guide for teachers to teach children how to become super students, what they should focus on. And that plus the parenting things I was doing. At that point, I was counseling. I was a teacher, but also became a counselor in the elementary schools the last 25 years of my career. And so using that, plus I was also in Christian marriage and family practice I had sometime during that 25 years. And so all of that kind of combined into the parenting books that we're producing now. We can talk about them a little bit later on, but the excitement of that. So we have met a lot of children, a lot of families, a lot of parents. I've spoken to a lot of married couples, and just have a lot to share. And that's at 77 years old. That's what we're doing. Okay, it's kind of a mission project, if you will, and a fun kind of just a fun adventure right now at this time in our life.
You've published what, like 16 books now? Is that what I saw in your?
Yeah, we have 12 that are actually published, and we have 5 more. These 5 here are coming up for 2025. Now remember, it's my wife and my son also, my son Joel. Jane and I have 2 sons, but they're in their 50s, okay? They're probably older than you are. I don't know. And
I just turned 40 in August.
Okay, so both of my sons are older than you, but I have a grandson that's, Janie and I have a grandson that is 20, and then we have 17 and one that is 14. We've been married 55 years. So we have a full life.
Yeah.
And with grandkids and wonderful sons and so on. And now this little project that we're not keeping any profit at all. We're giving it away. Okay. Any money we make on these things. So it's an adventure. I'm meeting all kinds of wonderful people like you and others through this publishing business, through doing this publishing stuff.
And are you publishing only books that you're writing, or are you publishing for other people?
Well, at this point, we aren't taking on other people, okay, for 2025. We have a little advertisement that's out there. But yes, if any of your listeners are interested, they need to get in touch with us if we can, both agree that it would be a good match. But so we're excited with the possibilities. We started off with a book. I'll show you how, I want to say simple. It's not simple. How easy it is to get started, though, in terms of an idea. This first book was all the books we have done so far are true stories. Okay. So this Patches the Cat is a Thief. My son Joel actually wrote this book, but he actually wrote the story when he was like a teenager. He's 50 now. Okay. But we know about the story. So we had him rewrite it and he actually found the original copy and he rewrote it and so on. And this was our introduction to getting involved with publishing. So we made a kind of a decision before we started. We said, let's do books that are going to carry a legacy. They're going to be involved with our children, our grandchildren, and people they know. Okay. And so when we die, other people are going to read them and say, oh, Grandma and Grandpa did these books. And look at that. Here's Joel. Here's Mark. Here's Audrey. Here, and so their pictures are in the books. And so we started off not knowing a single thing about ISBNs and writing and Fiverr and picking illustrators and everything else. It was basically from scratch, except for those 2 things that I said I had published or had published. And didn't know actually how to format a book together and how to make a book. I make a PDF cover and a PDF to upload to KDP, okay, which you can do as a self-publisher. People can self-publish. So we started with that book, okay, and we just going to Fiverr and picking out an illustrator and trying to choose. We decided we'd do watercolors, okay. And just start out, and those are real like pictures. We'd send them photographs, and and then
Yeah.
communicating back and forth with the illustrator. That's a real blast. We
Mhm.
picked one scene and picked 3 illustrators to do the best scene, and then we picked an illustrator, and then we would work with them. And it's a process. Have
Mhm.
you, have you ever heard
Yeah.
about exactly the process? Rich?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean,
And forth and back and forth.
yeah.
So
Well, I know that some people are not in like as involved in the like illustration. Like they find someone that they love and then they just go with it. And
yeah.
so I love that you're so involved in it.
Now, one thing that's interesting, everyone should know, is 4 times a year we give all our books away free. Okay,
Mm.
ebooks. They're all free. All you have to do is download them, and boom, you've got them. Okay, but with that, of course, is just to celebrate the books we're doing, let people have access to them. If they sign up as a launch member, which they can review the books, we want the books reviewed. We want
Smart.
them. We want to grow. Okay, we want to
Yeah.
know we didn't like this, and boy, there is a big difference between the first book and this book here, Hunter the English. This book just won the Bronze Award for the Global Award Books 2024. Okay, there's a big difference between the quality of the books, interior, front matter, back matter, and also just the formatting of the book, because you grow as you learn by mistakes. Okay, everyone learns by mistakes, and so we're doing that. Plus, we did make a book. We took the first 4 books that we did. We liked them so much, and we put them into an anthology called Humor and Heart, and that has won the Silver Award.
Wow.
For the Global Award. So we won 2 awards this past year for just the books that we've done this last year and a half.
Yeah.
We've only 2 years involved in this project.
Wow.
Yeah.
If people are interested in working with you to help, to have you help them with their books, where's the best way to do that?
Again, through the website,
Okay, good.
that www.mjchinakapublishing.com. That's the best way, because our emails there, our links are there, our podcasts are there. You'll be there, okay? When this is over, you'll be on it. Yeah, and it's just, again, a forum, a place for people to go and look. And we also have a YouTube. We have a YouTube site. And we're involved with LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook and
All the
TikTok and
things.
all the different things. But see, we had to learn those things. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew
Tell me about it.
nothing.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about social media. Okay, I had to have my grandson come over and try to show me how to get on Facebook.
Yeah, I might need to borrow him. I need to hire him to teach me because I don't get it either.
Oh boy, I'll tell you.
What do you love most about your life right now, though?
Well, God gives you so many chances to enjoy your life and to be productive and to be helpful if you take advantage of those chances. So it's, for us right now, it's every day getting up, seeing the beautiful sunshine, enjoying every breath we take. My mother-in-law, even though she's got wheelchair problems and dementia, she's a lovely, wonderful, wonderful woman. She's sweet and just loving. She was always a loving woman. Mm-hmm. And so we're just enjoying her as long as we can take care of her. As soon as we cannot do it anymore, we have hospice involved. But as soon as we cannot do anymore, then we'll make other plans. But the publishing right now is so fun, enjoying our grandchildren and our children still. They live nearby. My one son is a physical therapist, and the other one who does the writing and helps us with this publishing, he's a DNR officer. So he's in service with public safety, and just enjoying every single day we have like this, meeting you, taking advantage of your life right now, borrowing 30 minutes of your life. And so that's all exciting too. Yeah.
I love that. I am so glad that we met. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you got to share your story. And I'm also really glad that you sound like you were such an amazing teacher, and teachers had a huge impact on my life. And they're so good teachers are so often, I think, not celebrated because you don't get to talk to your students after they leave your classroom oftentimes. And
Yeah.
so I thank you for being a good teacher.
Well, I appreciate that. It's a calling. There's no doubt about
Mm,
that. I had a
yes.
chance. I had a chance to be a lawyer or a teacher, and there were days where I thought, "Why didn't I become that
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
lawyer?" But then it all works out in the end. Okay,
It's so true.
sure,
Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much.
good. Can I mention one last thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
go for it.
our parenting program is the thing we're really pushing. I wrote 3 small books called "Survival Guide for Parents," Part 1, 2, and 3.
Mm,
And now we are putting it all together in a program that is called Power Parenting. Okay. It's called Power Parenting, nurturing successful students in today's modern world. I know we don't have enough time to talk about that. Maybe you can have me back sometime. We
yeah.
can. But that book will be coming out sometime in 2025, God willing. And also, we're going to make a course out of this book, So, but that's another discussion, a parenting kind of a thing. We could do that some other time, perhaps.
Yeah, you come back anytime something's coming out. I'd love to talk to you about any book you've got.
Appreciate everything you're doing. Okay, you're having a
Appreciate you.
wonderful platform.
Thank you. Come back anytime. Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well-being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. Hey, that's the 234th episode of Make Your Day Richer. It's over, just like that. So now's a good time to share the show and be like, oh my gosh, Nyla's the cutest. Hey, I have a new children's line of books that I need y'all to watch or listen to and read. And maybe you should write a book and look up Dr. John Shinaka. Also, in 234 episodes, which is what we've done, let's see how many views we've had in the past 233. Drum roll, please. That's 355,082. We like exact numbers around here. So thank you to everybody who watches this show. We truly wouldn't be here without you because what would be the point? And if you'd like to support the show because, you love it so much, buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher and make sure we can continue to bring you shows Monday through Friday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. I'm going to take the dogs for a walk now. Okay? Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.